Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm going to be just doing a quick review, reactions, my feelings about the CrossFit Games. The recent games that just happened last week, 2023 CrossFit Games.
Beginning of the end. Whoa. The fittest athletes in the world have descended on Madison, Wisconsin for one last ride.
If you are lucky and know someone who is really, really good like me, I can get you good tickets. So I got our friends some very good tickets. When I'm buying those tickets, it's very stressful. Believe me, it's very, very stressful trying to get seats together and in a good spot so that you can kind of see most of the action. That's a pro, having assigned seats. If you're one of those who had gone to Carson back in the day, 2013, 2014, 2015, they didn't have assigned seats, and getting tickets and getting seats was a nightmare. If you had been there, you know what I'm talking about. So that's the pro and the con of being on site. If you are not going, like we didn't go this year, you get to stay home in the relative comfort of your house or your office or at the gym or wherever. So you can watch everything on YouTube online. It's amazing. What's also amazing about it is, so it's played live on YouTube, but if you need to do something, you're not going to make it for the live event, you can just pause it, or you can back scrub it and you can watch it again or skip things. Because when you're on site, there's a lot of downtime between events, between heats. All the staging of the equipment and all that kind of stuff does take a lot of time. So there is a lot of time you are just sitting around and waiting. And when you're at home, you don't have to wait. That is a very, very huge plus. But then you get the feelings of, oh, I wish I was there. Because being there is nothing like it, especially on a Friday night or Saturday night event. It is so damn loud. It's just crazy. It's crazy. You can't even hear yourself yell. It's so crazy. It's cool.
Picks up the win.
So that's one aspect you miss out on when you're at home. Let's talk events. Now, leading up to the games everyone is very anxious to see what the events are going to be. And every few days, CrossFit releases an event / a workout. And this year they've been calling them tests. I still call them events or workouts. That's what it is, even though they are testing your fitness. So leading up to the games, they had, and a lot of this is just unknown, and we don't know how many events they usually have. In years in the past, they've had 15. Some years it's 14, some years it's 13. This year is 12. So 4 days, 3 events per day, which is a nice kind of round number. You know what to expect as fans. I'm not going to go over any of these events in detail. I will show some videos of certain ones and just kind of like the exciting moments and things that happened. If you want to watch or get some analysis on any of those, there are many other podcasts that do that. Although I do want to talk about a few things in here, some pros and some cons about some of the events and some of the movements. Let's talk pros about the events. Okay, I have the list in front of me of all of them here. Pros. Things I love. Bike riding. It's there. Check. Things that are heavy and odd object-like, meaning sandbags, sleds, flipping things like, so we like doing tire flips, but they have something called the pig. So they flipped the pig. Check. Exciting, quick events. They do have that. What else do they have? I think for the most part, those are the kind of the main things I like looking forward to. I want things to be heavy, and we obviously want their strength to be tested, but we also want to test their fitness. One other thing I'm a big proponent of is athleticism. Many times, general CrossFit programming doesn't necessarily test athleticism enough. Meaning, how do I define athleticism? Is being able to pretty much do anything. And a lot of times, the programming that you see is it's well-rounded, but there are certain things that are missing. Like sport-specific things. So we do a lot of barbell things, but do we do any throwing? Do we do any twisting? Do we do any, what do you call it? Like, sprinting, but like change of direction. So we don't do a lot of that stuff. There is a lot of running involved, but it's not, unless you do a lot of running and train running, oftentimes the technique is kind of a little bit lacking. So there's that. Another thing I do like is just being excited, the anticipation of things.
And here comes Emily Wall, who's going to take this test for the women. So it's going to be Emma Tall and now Kazan.
Toes are in the shoes.
Roman Krennikov on that top spot on the leaderboard.
Big hits, big numbers.
Beautiful lift. Whoa. Hell yes. Whoa. Nicely done.
And is it, I'm not going to use the word fair, but is it, is the kind of different aspects of fitness evenly tested? That's something to look into as well. Now, a quick thing about the cons, the negative aspects of some of the workouts. We can't love everything. There are things I don't like doing, okay? Like some of the stuff in here. Let's talk about heavy kettlebell clean and jerks. I hate that. So, skip it. Negative. Con. I just don't like it. I just don't like them. watching them too is kind of a little bit, it's, you can see here, it is a little bit awkward. Maybe that's the point. It's awkward. Versus it being 2 dumbbells pressing overhead or a barbell jerking overhead with an even motion. Kettlebell's awkward and it's like all from the side and all this kind of thing. So that's a con for me. Another con is they didn't have swimming. Swimming is, you know, I guess running would be an essential human movement for survival. I'd almost say swimming is like, you're never in a situation that you have to swim, but why not? I think swimming should be in there every year. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a long swim. Let's say you sprint or some sort of thing where you have to dive and at the bottom of the pool get something and get out. They have done workouts like that where you have to just do a quick sprint, get out and do something. So all that kind of stuff is very, very important for fitness. And I guess you could put it in the box of athleticism. There was a workout called intervals. I didn't particularly know why it was there. There was a lot of jumping and it was quick. I guess you could kind of see how fast you recover because you did some work and then you rested and then you had to do it again. That one is kind of like a leave it or take it or leave it type thing. I don't know. It seemed like it was, oh crap, what should we fill in here? That's my opinion. That workout. The handstand skills one, I didn't mind it. It was exciting. I think people did like it. I kind of wish there was a little bit more handstand push-up stuff. Now we're kind of getting into the weeds a bit, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but that one wasn't, I think they could have done more with that. So that's my take on kind of the weekend and the programming of the thing. It overall though, I'm not gonna say I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just there's gonna be certain things we love and certain things we do not love. One other pro about being there is just the experience of, number one, seeing people that are famous in our world. Going to Vendor Village, that's where people, the kind of companies that sell things that are related to our industry. So like shoes, socks, shorts, hats, headbands, mouth guards, nutrition things, recovery things, balls, massage guns, creams, all that kind of stuff. Vendor Village is massive. And it is super, super fun to just wander around. Actually, what's funny is there's a company that, I don't know if they came out of the CrossFit space, but they make these. This company's called Kalo. They make wedding bands that are made of silicone. So they fit on nicely and they don't wreck your barbells or pull-up bars, and vice versa. The pull-up bars and barbells don't wreck your platinum band or whatever you had. So they came, I'm thinking they came out of the CrossFit space due to a need. But for me, they make these as well. So dog tags, customized dog tags made out of rubber. Look at that. That's business. And they've lasted a year for sure on there. I thought that was a cool feature. So that's Vendor Village, something we missed. And in the Vendor Village, there are also like seminars, and like you can work out with other athletes and test things and all that. So that's one thing you miss. The good thing about not going to Vendor Village is the money you saved. Although I'll show you what I did buy, or I got my friends to buy. Fucking toe spacers. I had some from before and I just never used them, but let's just try them again, okay? We got toe spacers. And every year I usually try and get some socks that have like the CrossFit Games 20 the year of logo on them, but they didn't have them this year. Reebok usually made those socks when Reebok was the sponsor, but you missed out. They don't make them anymore. That's sad.
Laura Horvath is running away with this heat right now. And Jeff Adler is going to win. Invictus will remain your leader heading into the Coliseum. Is going to be able to do this on one foot.
And finally, one last thing about traveling to the recent CrossFit Games located in Madison, Wisconsin. From Canada, it's a pain in the ass to get there. So that's a con. Flying from Edmonton, where I'm located, to Madison, I don't know if there's a direct flight. I don't think there is. So I think you either have to fly from Edmonton to Calgary, Calgary to Madison, Edmonton to Minneapolis to Madison, Edmonton to Toronto to Madison, something like that. And in the past, we've flown to Chicago and driven, or Milwaukee and driven. There's that issue. Plus the cost of the flight. I think it's cheaper to go to fucking Orlando or Arizona versus going to Madison. It's like $1,100 a person to Madison, and it's like $1,100 for two people to go to Orlando, depending. But so that it's a decent amount of money. Yep, Madison, Wisconsin. Yes, it's a cool place, and their city is small enough that the whole town embraces what's happening during this week. However, it is a kind of a pain to get to. 2024 is apparently somewhere new. We don't know yet. Hopefully, this will not be a con. This will be a pro next year, where it's someplace we can get to easier and cheaper. Thanks for watching this review of the 2023 CrossFit Games. I will be posting up some new videos. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.